Mrparka here to do another review. The movie I'll be reviewing is not necessarily a horrible or really bad movie, but it does make a very, very dramatic mistake. It bores you. And that's probably the worst thing you can do with a movie. If you see an awful movie, you will remember it and maybe get a kick out of it later. If you see a great movie, you'll always remember it. But if you see a kind of a mediocre, boring movie, it kind of just falls into obscurity for you. Like I said, this movie had a couple decent moments, but it's not as good as I expected. I didn't expect too much, but it does have Marilyn Burns from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It is Kiss Daddy Goodbye. I must say the DVD itself is a SRS, and it's actually a pretty nice print for an older movie. I was shocked. Like, some of the print quality changes, but I was shocked that it looked that good after all the time. Anyways, the film is about two secluded twins who live with their father. And when the movie opens up, you see the twins outside playing, and you're like, alright. They have some sort of power, I know that. But boom, they throw a frisbee, it goes on the side of the road, you're like, oh my god, he's going to run across and get hit or something. And then he's like, he brings the frisbee back to him. It's like reversed. I was like, okay. And then they go home and they start putting away groceries like with telekinesis. It's quite funny. It's actually cool, somewhat decent effect. But anyways, some bikers get involved. They show up, and what happens is these scummy bikers end up killing the dad, which is kind of sad. And the kids use the father for they bring him back and control him. He's a zombie of sorts, and basically use him to get revenge or protect themselves. Of course, no one really catches on. Marilyn Burns is kind of like a social worker. She comes and checks on the kids every once in a while because they're homeschooled. And there's also a cop in there who gets involved, trying to figure out what's going on. There's also another character who is an alcoholic, like real estate guy, and he's pretty good. He's an asshole, and he does it well. But pretty much besides that, that's all your characters. Now the bikers, I got a kick out of some of the bikers because one of the bikers looks like Jonah Hill trying to be a badass. He has like a beard, and he looks like he's just, I don't know, he's just goofy. Like, he's not that intimidating. His buddy's huge. Probably why that guy does all the work. He's like, get him, and then he's like, Urgh. But there's pretty much only 4 bikers and 1 chick, and one just doesn't really do anything. And the other 2 are really the kind of villains. But anyways, there's a hilarious scene where the kids use the biker's chain on him, the fat one, to choke himself, and he's like, it is absolutely hilarious. That biker is just like cheesy. I just can't be intimidated by him. He also reminds me of a friend of mine, so it's kind of like, dude, back off. But there's a few deaths in here. Probably the most creative death is they use the father. There's a couple of the bikers on the beach, and they use him underneath the sand as kind of like reaching under the sand, and his arms come out and stuff. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but it would be terrifying to be on a beach and just have something keep reaching up and grabbing you and trying to take you under or choke you or whatever. But that's pretty much it. You get these kids controlling their father. The kids are little cute kids. I mean, what do you want? They're kids. But they're not great actors. I wouldn't really expect kids to be that great of actors. Of course, better actors than the kids from Beware the Children. But then again, I think like ants would play better children than them. But anyways, if this sounds like it's up your alley, you know, you want to see some Texas Chainsaw Massacre lady in here, then check it out. Like I said, it's not an awful movie. It's just kind of a little boring. A couple good moments. I mean, the cinematography's alright, stuff like that. The score's okay. I mean, they had a nice crew, but the film's plot is okay as well, kind of mediocre. And the film all around is kind of a mediocre attempt. I mean, it's not the greatest film ever made. It has a couple moments, but if this sounds like something you'd like, check it out. If not, stay away from it. I mean, it's just kind of like having another movie under your belt that you've seen. Awesome cover art, by the way. Some of the nicest cover art I've seen. And the print's well. And comes with the trailer. And I think it does come with a couple other special features. Auto commentary, for one. I listened to some of that. It was kind of interesting how they got together and stuff. That was talking about the film industry being on, the Writers Guild being on strike and stuff like that, and all their friends were out of work, so they did this for free on this little side project. And for a side project, it's nice. It's Kiss Daddy Goodbye. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. Bye.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Ben, Michael, stop it! Stop it!
What the hell's going on?
We're all right. He killed.
You put the groceries away while I change.
Hurry and finish that.